there's a lot of unnecessary bull crap out there that so-called gurus have been spreading. And when it comes to promoting your personal brand, it's all about you knowing where to spend your money, knowing how to spend your dollar bill in the most effective way to promote your personal brand. Now, you might be saying, well, hey, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Pinterest, I'm on YouTube, and promoting a personal brand should be pretty easy. I have 5,000 friends on Facebook, and I have a number of followers on Instagram, and I have a number of followers on Twitter, and I have tons of connections on LinkedIn. Now, first and foremost, let me just say this. Well, let me show you this, okay? Because, well, let me give you some context first, okay? So yesterday, I had a private session with a client, right? And I thought the client was going to ask me things like, about the startup, whether we're going to do what is called Scrum. What you do is you take an enormous project and you break them down into these little bite-sized mini projects, which are called sprints, and you check the progress along the way. That's called Agile Scrum Management, right? But you don't even need all that for right now, and that's too technical. So I thought this guy was actually going to ask me about maybe corporate structure or contracts or how to price the services. I literally thought that that's what he was going to ask me. But he really wanted to know about promoting his personal brand, the video equipment that I use in order to do my videos, etc. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm going to talk about the most important part of this entire thing, and that's promoting your personal brand. Because when it comes to video, I mean, hell, if you got an iPhone, or if you got a Samsung, you got some kind of Android phone and a microphone, you can do it. And besides, you can always visit YouTube University to find out everything you need to know about setting up an iPhone or setting up whatever kind of phone you have and the type of equipment you need, that you can create a professional looking show, live video, create course content. You can do all of that with just this little device. In fact, this is such a powerful device. Now, so back to promoting your personal brand. So first thing the guy says to me is, well, I nearly have 5,000 friends, and all I have to do is put my video stuff together, and boom, all my 5,000 friends, or close to 5,000 friends, will see me. And and I know exactly where the person got it from. They got it from most of these gurus out there talking about Facebook and how to use Facebook to promote your personal brand. Now, I can tell you for a fact that Facebook has an algorithm, okay, that limits the amount of reach you have in terms of reaching your friends. So when it comes to promoting your personal brand, people like Billie Jean is marketing, Gary Vaynerchuk, who has millions of followers, and even local people that have hundreds of thousands of followers. And when I say local, I mean people that are not nationally known, but they have tons and tons of followers, and they get tons of engagement. Let me tell you how they get it, okay? They pay for it. Okay, now, I know you've heard me talk about this before when it comes to promoting your personal brand, about actually having to pay to promote yourself. Like, when you think about it, every iconic brand right now, whether it's Levi jeans, whether it's polo shirt, whether it's whatever, you learned about them from either seeing a friend wear a product or use a product or service. But how did that friend learn about using that product or service? Were they told from another friend? But no matter what the origin is, no matter how you go back and trace it, it all boils down to advertising and marketing, okay? Boils down to advertising and marketing, and how they promote a brand, or on television, on radio, or through social platforms, right? So if it has to be that way for big iconic brands, what makes you different if you're trying to promote a personal brand? Well, the main thing that makes it different is you not having the type of budgets that they have to promote whatever it is, that a product or service that they're promoting. And how do you become an iconic brand? And that's through marketing. So what approach should you take since you don't have that type of budget? Well, that's what we're primarily going to talk about today. How to promote your brand and how to not spend a lot of money in doing so. So in my conversation, getting back to that, yesterday with this client, I shared with him this. Okay, I don't know if you could see this, but actually you should be able to see it. But it says I spent $221. I reached 184,000 people, 184,601 people. I got 196,000 impressions. 196,000 impressions. Impressions is the number of eyeballs that actually see it, right? I got 4 post saves, 4 post shares, 15 landing page views. In other words, they clicked on my personal ad and they went to a landing page, right? And I actually got 41 clicks, and I got 102 post reactions. But listen to this, I got 16,772 3-second views of my video. Now you might be saying, AJ, this is bullshit. You've pulled this from somewhere off the internet. And so I'm gonna say to you, you're probably right. It probably is bullshit, and I probably did, but I did not pull it from somewhere off the internet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you my cell phone. Okay, this is my cell phone. This is the Facebook ad app right here. Okay, this is the Facebook ads app. So this is my personal account. I know it's hard to see, but let me focus this. Oh, there we go. All right, so let's look at campaign performance. As you can tell, I've run 14 campaigns. So let's look at campaign performance. Okay, so I am going to press this. All right, so there's campaign account performance, right? From 2018 to today, exactly what I shared with you just a second ago is what I'm sharing with you now. So just marked out of that. But anyway, here's the point. The point is, if you ever want to promote your personal brand, you're gonna have to pay for it. Just like every other person that you know that are iconic right now, they pay for it. It doesn't really matter whether or not you're filming it, because I know you've seen it on YouTube. A guy filming himself with his camera saying, if you've ever thought about opening your own social media marketing agency, or if you ever thought about living the laptop lifestyle, which is a person that makes their money off the internet, that's basically what it means, then you need to attend my webinar. Now, but the only way that they got in front of you was by actually doing ads. So here's the beauty about doing social media marketing ads, okay, is you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to actually do it, okay? Now, again, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to do it. So let me break it down to you on the type of promotions that you can do when it comes to promoting your personal brand. Now, first, there's traditional media, and then there's new media, okay? Traditional media is radio, it's television, it's billboard, it's snail mail. It's all those things that you have, you know, if you're, depending on your age, that you grew up with. Like say if you're 40 or 50, you didn't grow up necessarily with social media. Social media came later, okay? So that's traditional media. And the thing about traditional media costs a tremendous amount of money. Say for example, I remember one time, at the time, it was Arista Records, and I was working for a radio station in the Houston market, and I was an account executive. And they really wanted to promote Erykah Badu's album on the radio, or the release of her album, right? And so what happened was this. Typically, radio stations get in during busy seasons like in the summer, they're completely sold out of airtime. And airtime is the number of commercials that they can actually run on the radio, right? Because they just don't have the room. So there's a thing that you can do if you desperately want to get your ads on the air, and it's called paying a bump rate. That's BUMP, bump rate. Now, the bump rate, listen to this, for a 60-second commercial on the radio station that I was working for was $2,000, right? $2,000 for each 60-second commercial. That was the bump rate. They bought 12 commercials from me for $24,000 to promote Erykah Badu's album. 24 grand for 12 60-second commercials. Think about that, okay? That's a whole lot of money. That's some people's entire marketing budget for like a quarter, which is 3 months, right? Or even longer, depending if you're a small mom and pop business, right? So what can you do? That's traditional media. Now, new media is all the stuff that we do now, like SEM, which is search engine marketing, SMM, social media marketing, and all this other stuff like optimization, SEO, and all of that. That is how new media works, or that is what new media is. And how it works is being able to understand the strategy on how to leverage it to promote your personal brand if you don't have a budget. Now, keep in mind, this was in 2001 when we were charging $2,000 per commercial. Now, depending on the inventory, like on radio or television, in other words, the availability that they have, that price can fluctuate. It goes up and goes down, right? However, here's the beauty, here's the dilemma with that. Whatever price that they want, that's the price that they are going to have to get from you if you have a business or a startup, and you just have to pay it if you want to be on the radio or if you want to be on television or cable, right? But when it comes to social media marketing, right? Social media marketing is so inexpensive. You want to know why? Because you determine what your budget is. That's right. You determine what your budget is. And if you're smart and you understand strategy, you can end up getting a view of your ad for a little as 1 cent or as much as $10. You know what I mean? But if you're smart, if you're promoting your personal brand, you really want to be paying somewhere between, say, 3 to 10 cents per view of your video to promote yourself. So, like, think about it. 16 plus thousand, almost 17,000 views of my video, right? To promote our company, our personal brand, our company brand. And guess what? I spent about $200. Now, depending on like some clients that we've taken on in the past, like we're not into the social media marketing thing anymore. We're digital asset management, app development, which deals with VPNs and encryptions and all that stuff, all that technical stuff that business owners don't really have the time or honestly the resources or know-how to even deal with all that. That's what our company does. ThinkGrids, by the way, promoting our personal brand, ThinkGrids. Google it as one word, we're an Inc. verified company. You'll see the wonderful things that come up about our company. Just had to throw that plug in. Okay, so when it comes to promoting your personal brand, here are a couple of things that you need to do as far as it relates to accomplishing getting your brand out there. Number one, do not purely rely, depending on what platform you're on, purely on your personal profile. You have to create, like specifically on Facebook, you have to create a business page or a public figure page or an entrepreneur page or anything else, or fan page, okay? You need to promote pages that allow you to, one, go beyond the 5,000 friend threshold, because you're maxed out at 5,000 friends on your personal profile, but also going beyond the 5,000 friend threshold or fans or connections or likes, you need to be able to advertise with that. Now, you can't really advertise, well, technically you can once you set it up from your personal profile, but when you set up a business page or a fan page, then you can really start to promote your personal brand. Now, how easy is it? Is it to set up? Just as easy as it was to set up your personal profile, you can definitely do the same thing with the fan page. Okay, so all you guys out there who are promoting your personal brand, I know it's great to have your 5,000 friends, but if you really want to grow your brand exponentially, you have to create a fan page or a business page, which pretty much functions the same. Okay, now second thing is you have to pay for it. That's right, you have to pay for it. Do you have to pay a lot? No, you determine your budget. You determine your budget. You might say, well, hey, I only have $10 this week to promote my personal brand. But guess what? Use that $10. You can do a thing such as boosting a post, which I don't necessarily recommend boosting a post, right? I recommend if you're going to spend money on boosting a post, you need to actually just kind of scrap that and just actually market, advertise, because boosting a post is not necessarily Facebook advertising. It's just boosting a post. In other words, it's just getting more eyeballs on your video. But you want to be able to capture information from the people that are engaging with your personal brand. Like, say, for example, if you're a personal real estate agent, if you are if you have any kind of personal service, you're a doctor, whatever, the reason why you want to do that, because depending on the type of Facebook ads you do, like lead capture ads, right, which are super simple to set up, you want to be able to capture all of the information so you can contact this person or engage them with your personal brand in whatever way. Say, for example, maybe you want to capture their information to put them on an email list to let them know, because I talk to a lot of fighters when fights are coming up, and a lot of fighters sell tickets, right? So I'm talking about like MMA, mixed martial arts. Shout out to Metro Fight Club, Assault Elite's #1 MMA trainer, hands down, period. Okay, but that's a side note, but just know that. Okay, you want to be able to promote whatever it is you're promoting and generate revenue at the same time. Okay, so generating revenue, whether it's upfront from ticket sales or whether it's later on down the line when you want to actually give a particular offer, whether it's a product or service to your audience. And you can only primarily do that through, say, a fan page or a business page. Now, here's the third thing. You need a strategy. Specifically, since so many people on Facebook, I'm going to talk about a little known strategy called the $1-a-day strategy with Facebook. And so basically the $1-a-day strategy works like this. You create 9 separate videos. And you might say, damn, 9 videos, that's a lot. No, actually it's not. It's just, say, 9 60-second videos. What's 9 times 6? What is that? 9 times 6 is 54. So that's less than an hour of video. It could be from your cell phone. It could be from wherever, where you're promoting your personal brand, but you can't come off too salesy. So what I implore you to do is to Google the Facebook $1-a-day strategy, and let me tell you something. What's going to come up is probably going to be a company called HubSpot, and there is literally for free an entire course on how to employ and execute the Facebook $1-a-day strategy. So if you're running 9 videos a day, the most you're spending is $9 a day, right? To promote your personal brand, your product or service. And for 7 days, that's $63, okay, a week. Then you multiply that times 4 weeks or 5 weeks in a month. You're really not spending that much money to start engaging people with your personal brand. So again, the $1-a-day strategy. So in a nutshell, let's go right back to it. Okay. Number 1, make sure you set up a fan or business page to start promoting your personal brand. What it does, in short, it gets you beyond the 5,000 friend threshold from your personal profile, and allows more people to like your stuff. Plus, it allows you to actually advertise and promote your personal brand, from boosting posts to actually advertising, say, on a platform like this, which is Facebook. Now, number 2, okay? I would kind of step away from traditional media right now and really focus on socially engaging people, but doing it in a way to where it doesn't break the bank and for you. So in other words, you have to come up with a budget. Oh, let me go back and say something about number 1 real quick. Now, know that just because you have 5,000 friends on your personal profile, Facebook's algorithm will limit how many people actually see what it is that you're promoting. Okay, so back to number 2, a budget. Set a budget for yourself to promote your personal brand, but make sure that, back to number 1, that it's being done on a fan page or a business page. And number 3, try out a strategy. Okay, and this strategy that I'm offering to you today to promote your personal brand is called the $1 a day strategy. All you have to do is Google a $1 a day, Facebook $1 a day strategy, and I said HubSpot will probably pop up, where you can take a very, very short course on how to execute that strategy. And when it comes to advertising on Facebook, Facebook has a course called Facebook Blueprint, in which you can learn how to advertise on Facebook absolutely free. Now, when I say Facebook, I'm also talking about Instagram. So get out there and promote your personal brand. I just wanted to jump in and share this information with you today based on a conversation that I had yesterday with a client who was primarily interested in promoting his personal brand and executing engagement with more potential clients. So, with that said, if you don't follow us, you definitely should follow us on all your social channels at ThinkGrids Media, ThinkGrids Social. You got to do is type it in the search bar and we'll pop up. Be sure to also listen to our podcast, the Startup Junkie Live Show, on iTunes, Spotify, as well as TuneIn, which is Alexa, which is an Amazon company. So I hope this information helps you today on getting started on really promoting your personal brand, and you could stop listening to all the bullshit that's out there, because truthfully, a lot of those guys are really set up to take your money. Okay, they'll offer you these courses when there's so many free courses on how to promote your personal brand out there for free. And all I can say is we're out. Be sure to follow us. Take care, everybody.